many cultures, the customary answer is that a god or gods created the universe out of nothing. But if we wish to pursue this question courageously, we must, of course, ask the next question. Where did God come from? If we decide that this is an unanswerable question, why not save a step and conclude that the origin of the universe is an unanswerable question? Or, if we say that God always existed, why not save a step and conclude that the universe always existed, that there's no need for a creation, it was always here? These are not easy questions. Cosmology brings us face to face with the deepest mysteries, with questions that were once treated only in religion and myth.
To avoid the conclusion that an intelligent force had had a hand in our creation, cosmologists invoked the principle of multiple universes. Martin Rees coined a new word to describe the idea.
If it turns out that there's more to reality than just our Big Bang, or the aftermath of our Big Bang, then we have to either redefine our universe, or use another word, and I've chosen the word multiverse to describe this whole ensemble of Big Bangs, this whole ensemble of universes.
The concept of the multiverse saves the scientific universe at a stroke.
We now have a natural mechanism to explain why there is all this diversity out there, which in turn eliminates the need for the fine-tuning that some people might have liked because it would say that there was a fine-tuner.
With one mighty intellectual bound, cosmologists could once again happily accept that our universe suited our existence precisely, without the need for a fine-tuner, a creator.
This radical idea is leading to a completely new definition of the cosmos.
We used to say universe, uni meaning one, a one-world theory. Everything there is, everything we can see is the universe. But now we have a multiverse idea, where there are unseen worlds, worlds that we cannot see, worlds that we cannot touch.
But where are these other universes? Why can't we see them?
Because we're in different dimensions. I'm floating around here on this kayak on the surface of the ocean. And you can think of this as a two-dimensional surface. But below me, there's a whole nother dimension. There's the down dimension where all the fish live. You can think of that as the bulk. I'm on a membrane floating around, and the bulk is the other dimension. The fish down below the surface of the water are in a different dimension than I am. They don't even know that I'm here unless I happen to splash around and hit one on the head or something like that. So they might be completely oblivious to my existence, and I could be oblivious to their existence because we're in different dimensions.
Even the impossible is probable. So as you watch television peacefully, other invisible worlds could be raging all around you.
These parallel universes are in your living room. This means that in your living room, there are dinosaurs. You can't hear them. You can't see the dinosaurs that are rampaging throughout your living room, but they're there.
There may be other worlds out there. Sensationally, this means the universe sits in a sea of parallel universes. Remarkably, there may be 4 kinds of parallel universe. One type could exist in exactly the same space that we are in, but it is so far away that we cannot see it or reach it. In another scenario, multiple other universes could exist in giant cosmic soap bubbles, adrift in a cosmic sea of giant bubbles. Our unique universe floats in a seething sea of other superbubbles. where bubbles can clash and spawn baby brother and sister universes.
It's happening all the time. Universes are inflating, popping out, and then blowing up to these huge sizes of universes.
The medium that these level 2 bubbles are floating in is what some call the bulk and others call hyperspace.
In this new paradigm, soap bubbles can form, reform, they can split. It's dynamic. Universes being created out of nothing, universes budding off other universes.
Altogether, these bubbles form the level 2 type parallel universe. And within it, there are an infinite number of level 1 type parallel universes.
The level 1 and level 2 universes are all in our same one space. There's only one space. And then there are these different regions which we call level 1 and level 2 parallel universes.
Determined physicists believe they are now on the brink of uncovering the ultimate mysteries of the universe.
Why look for these parallel universes that we can't touch? Because they hold the secret of secrets. They hold the secret of the origin of everything there is. For the first time, we can imagine where our universe itself came from. Perhaps when our universe popped into existence, colliding with another parallel universe, perhaps budding from another universe, these are the stuff of modern research today, pre-Big Bang physics. Physics before Genesis.
Many parallel universes occupy the same space and time as our universe. But because they are in different dimensions, they are invisible. In yet another, all the laws of physics are different, so everything looks completely different.
So is the multiverse really a scientific solution?
Large. One such theory allows for numerous possible worlds, each with its own laws.
M theory. M theory. M theory. M theory.
According to the latest M theory, in less than an instant, in the first trillionth of a second, membranes in a pre-universe cosmos, like gigantic cosmic symbols, smashed together and produced the Big Bang. Over almost 13.7 billion years, a huge expanding bubble of primordial matter evolved into the universe that we now know. Can crashing membranes create parallel universes too?
If it happened once, it could happen again, and again, and again.
So it's possible that there's a continuous cycle of brains smashing together to produce universes, and that it never stops.
If this is true, level 2 parallel universes must exist. M theory explains how the tiniest as well as the biggest things in the cosmos work. It also proposes that we all live on a giant and energetic membrane. Our universe is tethered to this brain by extra dimensions that are invisible. To make matters even crazier, M theory proposes that 6 or 7 of these dimensions, the extra ones we don't sense every day, are tiny and right in front of our noses.
At every point of any one of these people walking by, you pick a point. At that point, there will be an incredibly tiny, curled up, either 6 or 7 dimensions that you just don't perceive.
These membranes are also very close to each other.
You could have one of these membranes being a universe, and then moving sideways, you have another membrane being a separate universe, and they may be just a millimeter or 2 away.
The giant walls of energetic matter float side by side, like humongous sheets in the bulk, also known as hyperspace. An entire universe may be attached to a brain, or a universe can occupy the whole of another one. Our own universe sits on the skin of one of these giant brains, which in turn is adrift in the cosmic sea of space.
And it's floating around in a bigger structure called the bulk. Our three-dimensional universe is like a membrane floating around within this larger structure.
So is the multiverse really a scientific solution?
One thing which people often object to when confronted with the whole multiverse idea is saying this can't be science, talking about all these things you can't see. If I have a theory involving entities that I can never touch, never measure, never observe, that's not science then, is it? And I'd say quite to the contrary. And what makes good science is not whether you can see it or not, but whether you can rule out the theory or not.
Stephen Hawking, who is Director of Research here at the Centre for Theoretical Cosmology in Cambridge, has swung his support behind this so-called M theory. We've come to talk to Professor Hawking about M theory and to ask him about the vast landscape of possible universes he says that theory implies. We recorded answers this afternoon to questions we'd sent to the professor earlier. First, how would he explain M theory to the many people in the UK who have little interest in theoretical physics?
M theory is the theory of everything. It explains how the universe was created out of nothing in the Big Bang and how it behaves now. It governs everything we think and do. Isn't that of interest?
If M theory proves to be the complete theory of the universe, will it prove or disprove the idea of a benevolent creator?
M theory doesn't disprove God, but it makes him unnecessary. It predicts that the universe will be spontaneously created out of nothing, without the need for a creator.
Having raised the possibility of other universes, cosmologists started to wonder what they might be like. And as they wondered, they found logic had set another trap. The multiverse idea had set them on a path that led them back, once again, to a creator.
We must assume behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter.
See, but here we have the fact that all the equations of physics can be placed on a simple sheet of paper.
Right.
Einstein's equation is only 1 inch long. And the quantum theory is about a yard long, but you can squeeze it onto a sheet of paper.
Right, with a small enough font. No.
Right. And with string theory, you could even put those two equations together. And string theory can be squeezed into an equation 1 inch long.
Right.
But we want to know, well, where did that equation come from? You know? This is what Einstein asked. Einstein was asked the big question, is there a God? Is there a meaning to everything, right?
Right.
And here's how Einstein answered the question. He said, there really are two kinds of gods. We have to be very scientific. We have to define what you mean by God. If God is the God of intervention, the personal God, the God of prayer, the God that parts the waters, then he had a hard time believing in that. Would God listen to all our prayers for a bicycle for Christmas and smite the Philistines for me, please?
Right.
He didn't think so.
I cannot then believe in this concept of an anthropomorphic God who has the powers of interfering with these natural laws.
However, he believed in the God of order, harmony, beauty, simplicity, and elegance, the God of Spinoza.
There are many who, in an attempt to show atheism to be intellectual, have claimed that Albert Einstein was an atheist. However, the brilliant scientist said the exact opposite.
In the view of such harmony in the cosmos, which I, with my limited human mind, am able to recognize, there are yet people who say there is no God.